I don't know if you guys can see my hands there. But yeah. A little dirty. I know no one's in the chat right now, so if you catch this on the replay, you'll be able to see my dirty hands. Yeah. Let me just put it here just in case someone shows up. But I'll leave this video up for the replay. Let me just, readjust that. Maybe it's focusing on my glasses. Okay, so a minute in. So if you're watching it on replay or whatever that is, this is the post-rage stream / post-rage video. What did I put? 20-minute post-rage? Yeah, 20 minutes. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about working on your own vehicle that has the ability to make anyone become the worst possible version of themselves. Maybe not the worst possible version of themselves. Hold on, this is bothering me. Let me no, that's not what I want to do. Hold on. Let's replay that. Okay, take two. I don't know what it is about working on your own vehicle that makes me the worst version of myself. We'll say that. Makes me the worst version of myself. And now, like, I'm even mad that this is not level. Every possible screw is in the wrong position, and you can't. You got the right tools finally in place, and I hate how my hair is winging out. I need to cut it. You finally have the right tools. You got the right what is it, the T 25 little heading thing for your ratchet or screwdriver, however you want to do it, and you put it in place, and something else is in the way. So behind it there was some wire or hose. I don't know what it was. It was in the way. And it took me forever to unscrew this thing. Yeah. I'm a little guy. I'm not a big guy. I'm small. I'm like only like 5'6". I only, I weigh the heaviest I've ever weighed in my life, and it's not muscle. But I feel like working on your car or your truck or your vehicle has the ability to make anyone the Hulk, because it is so frustrating. You get so angry. and then because I can't fit the right tool in the proper place, I have to get myself to rig something up. So I get the head, the little, the star head in place, and I have to use a wrench to, I put it through the circle end of it. I don't know, whichever you want to call it, and unscrew and unscrew and unscrew. And then something falls. So I've got to go find that. I'm on top of the truck. I climb off the truck, scratch myself. My leg is bleeding and bruised. So I don't know what it is about. I don't know. I don't know what it is about working on your own vehicle that will see, it's my glasses that is doing that. I don't know what it is that has the ability to turn everyone into a supervillain, like a raged out supervillain, but that's what happens. If you work on your vehicle, it will make you the angriest guy in the world. So, like I was saying, I'm not the biggest guy in the world. I'm small. I don't weigh too much. I'm not as strong as I used to be, but I would not want to fight me after I work on a vehicle because it's one of those feelings where you don't feel any pain because you're so angry. Um, and the temperament's out of control. You want to throw every tool, you want to break everything. So, and your hair's a mess. Look at that. I'm like to the point where I just want to buzz it all off. Um, so I get everything fixed. I get the part replaced. I was replacing my idle air control valve. I don't know if you guys have ever done that before, but I was replacing the idle air control valve. Got to get in the very back of the center of the engine, of the underneath the truck, and yeah, I get it replaced. Replace the air filter, hook everything back up, get in the truck. It starts, no problem. I was having problems with starting the truck. The truck would start but cut off immediately, or it would run as long as I had the accelerator down, and then it would cut off if I took the accelerator off, or it would run until I put it in drive, and it would go for maybe like a minute or two and then cut off. So that'll give you rage enough as it is. Get everything hooked back up the way I had it, paying close attention when you take it apart because you want to put everything back exactly the same way you took it apart. Get the truck starts, fabulous. But I noticed that the AC is not on. I can hear it. It's working. Oh, maybe it's one of these glass things behind me. Oh, okay, if that's the thing. Dude, I'm so ticked off, man. I've been ranting for 7 minutes. So I'm going to repeat it. I'll ask you, and maybe or because you have a similar job working on stuff, maybe you know exactly what I'm talking about. But what is it about working on your own vehicle that has the ability to turn you into one of the worst versions of yourself? It's so I'm replacing the idle air control valve in the truck. I mean, I got to climb, I went from the side and then I went straight through it. Got to get to unscrew something that, here's your idle air control valve. You've got to put your screwdriver, or you got to unscrew from that side. You're blind to it unless you got a mirror, but I don't got tools like that. I don't have nothing in place. You finally are able to get your head because it's one of those star, it's got a star tip on it. It's not a flathead or a Phillips. You're finally able to get it in place, but it's so tight and compact in there you can't get your ratchet to work correctly. Why? Why? And I get it, because there's a lot of moving parts in an engine. There's a lot that is required to get a vehicle to move. I'm sorry, I didn't highlight your chats, man. If I work on anything around the house, I'm awful to be around if it doesn't go smoothly, dude. And that's exactly what it was. It was the most unsmooth process possible. So I had to improvise because I couldn't get the ratchet to work correctly. So you get your head, and then you get a wrench. You feed it through, and you make your own tool. But because it's not a real tool, pieces fall, and you've got to dig through the engine to find them because it didn't fall all the way to the ground. So here I am fighting, moving pieces. You got hoses in the way, wires in the way. Something is always in the way when you're trying to work on a vehicle, and that was how I spent my morning from 9 a.m. to 12:30. Fixing this truck for one little thing, the idle air control valve, because the truck would start and then it would cut off immediately. Or if you finally got it running, if you took your foot off the accelerator, it would die. And yeah, so I wanted to throw everything. I wanted to break everything, which just defeats the purpose of fixing it. But I got it all fixed. Started the truck. The truck started. It was fantastic, except my AC wasn't working. What's up, Phil? I'm sorry, Phil. You caught me at a what's the post rage stream. So I'm coming off the high of the rage because I was working on my own vehicle, and as I was telling bottom tier, for whatever reason, working on your own vehicle makes, or at least working on my vehicle makes me one of the worst versions of myself. Whatever falls bounces 75 times and go to the most inconvenient crevice. Yes, that is exactly what happened. In fact, there's two pieces, or there's two, and like I can't even think right now. You know, your bits, whatever you want to call them, that are missing in the truck that did not fall to the ground. I was hoping when I moved the vehicle or when the engine started, it would rattle it out. I don't know where they went. I'm 95% sure they went to some pocket dimension. You know, some alien race is just finding pieces, some bits falling from the sky, wondering where they're coming from. No worries, dude. Let it out. I don't, and I don't want to say it's almost worth it that I pay to have someone else work on it, because they would have overpaid for it. I would have overpaid for the part, and I would have overpaid for the service. And there's a sense of accomplishment when you do finally get everything to work as it works. But I'm here on YouTube watching a video, and this dude's like, "Oh yeah, you do this, and you do this, and you do everything works fine. Everything works fine." And it's like 95% of what I need to do, oh man, works fine. But that 1 5% thing that just goes wrong, goes incredibly wrong. And so, um, yeah. So my planned Monday stream, because I wanted to get on here at 11, that just got blown to bits. And so I was like, well, I'll get on because I want to maintain the time frame. I don't want people to get not used to seeing me because I already went through being sick. And so I figured I'd come on here anyways. Man alive. Before you guys came on, my hat fell off, and I was like, look at this. I got to cut all this hair off. Like, it's got to go. That's how angry I was feeling. And I've done that before in the past where I would get like heartbroken or something would happen. And I was like, oh, let's just start with a new beginning. I'd buzz all my hair off. And yeah, I don't know where I got that from. Possibly I got that from watching the Royal Tenenbaums. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie. I think it's a fabulous movie. It's one of Lady Prime's favorite movies. He cuts his wrist in that movie. I've never got that far, and I don't think I ever will. Like, I'm not that person. I just get angry. I don't get real depressed and stuff. I just get angry. Yeah, I mean, there is some times where I get overly sad. I don't want to say it's depressed, although my childhood was filled with depression. But I like to say I've overcome it and have a different perspective on life to where I don't let myself fall into those depths. But that movie, that's one of the most beautiful scenes I've ever seen, even though he's doing like one of the worst things you could possibly do to yourself. And it plays Elliott Smith's Needle in the Hay. So it's like the way it's filmed, everything is beautiful about it. I'll try to put it in my community tab, and then you guys can see some of my favorite things dealing with the film industry. But yeah, it's just I feel good because I had to take everything apart again because I guess, you're dealing with the air. You got to make sure everything is sealed correctly. So took everything apart, got it put back, put back in place. AC works again. So my truck starts and the AC works. Got everything put back in place. Kenneth, what's up, man? How are you doing? This is my post-rage rant / stream. And I went off for like 6 minutes because I had no one showed up to watch. Not that I'm blaming anybody. It's just this is an unannounced stream, but I was like, hey man, if someone wants to watch it, they can replay it. Like Phil said, let it out. It was one of those things where it's like, just let me get it off my chest. Let me get it out of here so it doesn't boil. What's up, main event? So, guys, go watch Main Event Comics and Wrestling's newest video. He did an 8-man battle royal with members of the community. We're talking about Brian LCS. We're talking about Naaman, the comic book worm. We are talking about Freedom Sufferer cards. We are talking about your boy, Fanboy Prime, Zweihander, Neil Collects, Broccoli. I guess that was it. And it was an 8-man battle royal to determine who would be the number one contender to face Cole. And I guess Main Event, you're going to do like a full-on event, a live stream of can't talk, I'm so worked up. A full-on event. And so you guys will get to see who is in the main event of that event and who will take on Cole for the world title, if you will. Ben Compton, what's up, everyone? Hey, man, how's it going? Just here doing a post working on my vehicle rant / post rage stream. Not going to go long because I work overnights and I need to eat. I need to shower. And this is going to be funny for those who are here all the time. I need to do the dishes. And yeah. You fixed the AC before the summertime. Smart man. Well, here's the thing. The AC wasn't out until I went to go fix the other part. So I messed up the AC in working on the vehicle. In replacing that air control valve, I messed up the AC. Bottom tier field kid. Everybody telling everybody hi, man. Appreciate everybody showing up. Appreciate everybody giving me or willing to give me an ear to cry to, vent to. Look at my hair. This is just like, I don't like this right now. This definitely, and I'm definitely gonna cut my hair. Yeah, it will be an Extreme Rules style event called Maximum Carnage. I saw that Zweihander posted another short where he laid out a challenge, so that's pretty cool. David, you missed out not calling it a battle royale with cheese. Ollie the other day, well, I put it on for Ollie. It was Main Event Comics and Wrestling's had a 30-man Royal Rumble. It was movie icons. And I just put it on just to, I'm trying to catch up on people's content. And the mistake was I watched it in front of Ollie, and Ollie put that thing on back to back. And then we watched the Disney Royal Rumble. So he was really, really into that Royal Rumble. There was a particular elimination involving Superman that we thought was fantastic. We went pretty crazy. So it was movie icons like Superman, Predator, Freddy Krueger. I think it was Jason Voorhees, Wreck-It Ralph, Rambo, and Rocky. So it was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Phil, hold on. Phil, here in America, it's a quarter pounder with cheese. And I believe, is it Julius from Pulp Fiction was in that as well. So fabulous that we're talking about that. Yeah, you should have seen it. It's one of those times where I'm glad you weren't here, Lady Prime, to see that. I've got like 2 videos I need to edit, and that all went down the drain this morning. There is a video with Lady Prime. The only edit I need to do that is to zoom in or to take a picture of the haul she's showing. She's got a wrestling figure haul. And we did a very bad job of kind of showing. we pulled it out and talked about the toy, but we did a very bad job of kind of showing it. So I need to add pictures to that, which I try to take care of today. It's probably more likely going to be tomorrow. Everybody having a laugh about Pulp Fiction. Lady Prime waving hi to everybody. Bottom tier collector. I like a high and tight fade. I'm getting those hair wings underneath the edge of my hat, like I'm 16 again. Need a bad cut. I need a cut bad. So about 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, I, for the first time in my life, had long hair, and I absolutely miss it. But where I live, the house I'm renting, or the place I rent at, we have terrible insulation, so it gets extremely hot. And I'll go on a run where I'm trying to grow my hair out, and then I just got to buzz it all off because the AC on my bald head or my shaved head, my buzzed head, feels so much better than having a mane. Did you watch the cartoon one yet? He started it, but then he ran off. He ran off because he saw Hercules in the Disney Royal Rumble, and so he ran to his room so he could watch Hercules, the Disney Hercules. So he didn't finish that one. Lady Prime saying hi to main event. Got to do Julius versus Stone Cold. They say what again, match? English. What in a country I ever heard of? But yeah. So feel like I let it all out. I let all that negative energy out. I can now bathe. Well, I'm not gonna bathe. I'm gonna go shower. I can now shower. I can now eat, and I can now wash the dishes with a inner peace. What's up, Tito? That alien. Appreciate you stopping by. This is just a post rage stream. I'm only going to go about 20 minutes. I've already gone 21 minutes. I was working on my vehicle, and I was letting the chat know that I don't know what it is about working on your own vehicle that brings out the inner rage in me anyways. I feel like it has the ability to trigger me. I don't use that word often or ever, but that truck and all its components and wiring and whatever you want to call it, hoses, just to get one thing. And I can respect the fact that, I mean, it takes some ingenuity to put a vehicle together to get an engine to run. I can respect the fact. It just angers me how hard it is to do, how hard it is to replace one simple thing. I had my hair. Oh man, I can't. There's my whatever accent. I had my hair long up until recently to keep people away from me at the grocery store. Oh, Phil, that's awesome. I make it look like I'm homeless. If people still get too close, I fake cough. Works like a charm. Man, I have this horrible ability to look angry all the time. Lady Prime will always tell me, relax your face. Like I even sleep like, and it's giving me wrinkles now, I guess. But I don't try to keep people away from me, but it is more convenient to have people go away from me. Do they still let you upload your own music into WWE 2K games? I'd love for main event Hercules to come down the ramp to go the distance. No, they don't let you do that anymore. It needs to come back. So when you have music in your videos, it's because you edited it and added it later, I'm guessing. You should go as Argyle, Phil. People leave you alone. Mr. Nightwing just jumped in. How everyone in the chat doing? What's up, Fanboy Prime? I'm doing good. Just worked on the truck, and I man, climbing up and down the truck. And I don't have I have a very small truck. Mine is a 2001 Dodge Ram. Nothing big. Just just no extended cab, nothing like that. But I climbed up on a chair to do something, and when I was climbing down, I couldn't feel the chair, and I just said, "Well, I'm just gonna jump down." And I didn't fully jump off the truck. In fact, I just kind of slid off the truck, and something caught me, and it hurts. Hurts over here on my right thigh. We'll find out when we shower what that is. People letting Nightwing know, my former co-host, and we got to get Nightwing healthy again so he can be back on here. Time for work. Got to mute for a bit. I will probably be gone main event because, like I said, I need to begin to shut down for the day. I have to work tonight, and I got some things tonight that I'm not excited to to do, and so I need to be prepared for the night. Hey, main event. I know you meant main event, Nightwing, but I had to call you out on that. Nightwing, go watch main event comics and wrestling's most recent video. It is an 8-man battle royal to determine a number one contender for Cole's world title. And my character's in that. FBP is in that, along with some other members of the community. A comic book worm, Zweihander, Neil Collects, Brian LCS, Freedom Sufferer Cards, Broccoli. I don't know who that's supposed to represent. And there's one more, I believe, and I can't remember who it is. And I'm going to probably get in trouble because it's escaping my mind. And I've got to get this camera fixed. It is really annoying me lately. Also, guys, let me see if I can do this real quick. Because I love the guy and I want him to get as many views as possible. See if I can do this real quick. Oops. Let me share my screen.
Yo, guys, what's up? I am back with episode 2 of going through my comic book collection.
Sorry. So Super Russ 9000 did a live stream last night going through his comic book collection. He is doing his Action Comics box. It's about an hour stream. I know dedicating yourself to an hour, it can be a little rough, but I loved it because I'm seeing some Action Comics. I'm seeing some covers that I don't own. So it was really cool, really cool. So I do love Russ's series like that where he does his entire collection. This is just a cool hangout. I popped up in the chat yesterday for a bit, but I had to go to bed early. Once again, working overnights getting to me. But it was pretty cool being able to chat with him. And he was just showing off some of his Action Comics. And it's cool because, like, sometimes he'll tell you where they came from, or he'll talk about, I believe it's an issue of Action Comics where it has the Eradicator, the Last Son of Krypton, versus it was Yellow Lantern at the time, Guy Gardner. And that's the first issue he ever picked. That's his first comic that he got at a comic book store. And or at the convenience store. He got the newsstands that I'm looking for now. And just a really cool video. I'm always down to support Super Russ 9000. I always credit him for helping me get the channel started. He helped the guy when he didn't have to. Didn't really know me other than we would, he would see me in my comments, and then I met him, or I followed him on Instagram, and then he would let me. I would DM him, and just kind of talk Superman, talk shop, and then I just began to ask questions about how to make this YouTube thing happen, and he shared some of his knowledge and wealth with me. So I always appreciate Super Russ for that. That's awesome, bottom tier. Need to watch that video from Russ. Yeah, and like I said, it's an hour, so he put it as I like to do with a lot of extended play things. I'll put it on while I'm washing dishes, while I'm doing something around the house. I'll put it on whether it's the TV or my phone following me around. I like to do that. This has gone on longer than 20 minutes. Yeah, it has 22. It has. I'm about to jet though. Like I said, I got to work tonight, so I need to eat. I need to shower, and surprise, surprise, I need to do the dishes. I was working on my truck earlier, and I was just letting the chat know that for whatever reason, working on my own vehicle, I should pay someone else to do it, but then you got to overpay. But working on my own vehicle has this incredible ability to make me one of the worst versions of myself, and I just accidentally recorded an hour-long video. Meant to be an advice video, turned into a community love fest. I gotta watch that then. I gotta watch that, or listen to it at work or on the way to work. But yeah, definitely check that out, bottom tier. You definitely put out some of my favorite content. I'm with you, bro. I work on my own stuff, and like there is a sense of accomplishment and a sense of satisfaction when it goes right, and when I'm able to do it. And so, like, I don't want to always put. Yes, there's sometimes I need someone to work on something that I just can't handle. I don't have the tools. I don't have the means. I don't have the time to do it. But there's something, satisfactory. There's a sense of satisfaction being able to work on your own vehicle and get it done. And I want to know how to do that because, and this is going to sound like, I'm whatever, toxic masculinity, whatever. But, there was a time when men did things like this, and I don't want to get away from that. There is a benefit to knowing how to work on stuff and knowing how to work on your own stuff. because you never know when you're going to be in a jam where you need to know how to fix something. And, it does come in handy, having that ability to oh, there we go. Exactly with you, 200%. I'm always a little hesitant to say things like that because I'm never sure who in the chat is not going to be with me 200%. So right on, 22, right on. I've literally done the DX suck it to a robot at work when I troubleshoot and fix a complicated issue on my own. Feels great. It does, man. It does. Dude, there's something to punching the air or pounding on my own chest. Like, I understand why football players do it because there is something to it. There is something to pounding your own chest. There is some links between us and the animal community, and like a gorilla just standing real proud and tall, pounding on his chest. Like, man, I get it. I get why he does it, and accomplishing a hard task, makes me pound my own chest. Yes, definitely rage. Definitely rage. And the crazy thing is, I have small hands. Like, I'm a small guy. I don't know how bigger guys work on their own vehicles. I've told the car. Yeah. So, man, I don't want to say that that's my worst rage. My worst rage has probably been playing video games, Madden or NCAA, and slamming my controller down. Like, I've done that. And I don't want to say like I left that all behind, because I want to say even about a year ago I did that, and then I had to go buy a $50 controller, so I haven't done it since. Lesson learned there. But why does that feel so good? Well, guys, I'm sorry I can't go longer. I do need to prepare for that. Oh, yeah, and then so I can't leave. So I got some, the black grime right here, and as I was going into Walmart because I went in there real quick because it was the easiest place to go to. Needed to pick up something real quick, and because I had that grime there, there was a Spanish couple there. And I think they weren't sure if it was Ash Wednesday. Like, I had them questioning their own faith because I had the marking. But mine was just a big old smudge. It wasn't the X or cross or whatever it is. I'm not Catholic, but I know about the some of the traditions, and so I think I had them questioning whether they needed to jump into a Catholic church today to partake of the the traditions of the Catholic Church. Every PS2 wrestling game before the stamina and tired meters would make me rage. Yeah, you just don't know at that point, right? Yeah, it was Madden. Madden was the most recent. In fact, I think there may be a I don't want to say I broke a bone in my hand, but something is going on here because of slamming my hand down really hard on the ground. I didn't punch it. Didn't want to do that, but yeah, something yeah. I had a friend enlist me to fix his broken Xbox controller. So, on my original PS3, I got to the point where I had one wired controller left. I had to order some online because it was just easier to do. I'm pretty sure I ordered knockoffs, but if they work, they work. But I had one of those clear wired controllers that light up. I can't remember the brand it was. And that thing was held together with Scotch tape because the inside, everything worked, but the casing was just completely shattered. And I got Scotch tape and I pieced it together. And yeah, I played a lot of Skyrim on that messed up controller. Well, guys, thanks everybody for showing up. A lot of names that I didn't recognize or first timers in the chat. Tito the Alien, and I can't remember, Eric Compton, I believe, or Ben Compton. Thanks, guys, for showing up. There may have been another one or two that I don't know. Apologies that I don't have everybody's name on it, flowing fresh in the head. Phil, first time I've seen you in here, or maybe you have before, but appreciate you showing up. Bottom tier, always, man. 22, thank you guys. Lady Prime, Nightwing, appreciate you guys. Main event, I know you're not here right now, or you got me on mute. Appreciate you guys showing up. Yeah, man, definitely going to have a great rest of the day. Probably you know, after you get built up with a lot of anger, kind of like, you know, when you let it out, tend to get some pretty good sleep. So I'm thinking I'll definitely have some good rest before work tonight. I'm on second shift. You'll see me live more often. All right, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. So I probably won't do any more live streaming this week. May do a game stream or two because I didn't play any of Breath of the Wild last week. I wanted to, but last week was a real rough week. Every night before work, I only got 3 hours of sleep. So most times when I got home, I tried to get a nap in, but it was just a really rough week. But I do want to try to game stream, whether that's tomorrow or Thursday or both. We'll find out. But feel free to jump in there. When I do that, my focus is hardly on the game. It's more on the chat and just engaging with you guys. But it does give you guys something to watch other than this bad hair, aging face. You guys can watch me play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Man, that hair is so bad. But guys, thank you for showing up. Appreciate it. Always enjoy chatting with you guys. And man, and I'm gonna have to fix the camera or something. I don't know why. It never did that before Saturday, so I'm not sure what's up there. But thank you guys, and I will see you soon, or I'll be in your chats or live streams. Man, have a good one.